Digital marketing. What does that even mean? To many of us, it's like, oh my gosh, I got to update my Twitter. I got to go to Facebook. I got to make videos on YouTube. It's spinning around and around and around. It's overwhelming. Where do you even start? How can you go about marketing yourself in the modern digital world in a strategic fashion? We're going to find out right now. My guest today has years and years of experience marketing across all major social media platforms. She is especially an expert in marketing on LinkedIn. She is a leading consultant with Chenti Digital based in India and Delhi. And we're very happy to bring her on to the show today. Please welcome Swati Kapur. Swati, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you, TJ.
So, everyone I know these days has a LinkedIn profile, but that doesn't mean they're using it effectively. What's the big difference when you take on a new client? What's the first thing you see? Okay, here are 5 things they're doing completely wrong. And if we just tweak those, they're going to be in a lot better shape. Walk us through your initial analysis of a page.
See, mostly when people are on LinkedIn, they need to optimize their profile first of all. Good
What does
photos,
that
good
even
bio.
mean?
See, in LinkedIn, you need to have the cover photos, your photo, then the bio and your company profile website if you have one, and you need to optimize your. But basically, now you can run and different ads on LinkedIn, like conversational ads. Suppose I want to target some client in US, and they want to have a product, right? And they want to know about the product, or they want to directly buy the product, so I can start that conversation ad with them, and they can click on the links and get the information, and they can do it, get the product or the
Now, you
more
just
information.
mentioned the word advertising. A lot of people think, oh, social media, that means it's free. I just put my time in. A lot of people have that mentality. Recently, I've talked to a number of social media experts who say, look, free is gone. You're just not going to get 95% of the value out of a platform like LinkedIn unless you're paying for some of these higher level services. What does someone need to think about? Because I've been there before where you can just start advertising Google keywords and $10,000 go out the door and you have nothing to show for it. How does
Yeah.
someone start in a logical, rational, measured way spending money on social media for marketing?
See, there are two ways to do the ads. One is the organic way, and one is the paid way, right? Organic will be the SEO part where you do the search engine optimization for your website. But obviously, that will depending upon your product, how many keywords are necessary for your website. So that would be depending 10, 20, 50, 100 keywords, whatever required. So not only that, we'll be doing the backlinking also, but SEO will take time to bring you on the first page of Google, where algorithms change. Where is in paid ads, we know that this is your product, we need to do the shopping ads, or it's a service based, so we need the students to come for a webinar or attend. So the webinar could be free, but after that the course would be a chargeable course. So we need to run ads accordingly on the platforms on Google, Facebook, Insta, and then there you they can they have to pay a certain amount of fees to those platforms to run the ads, so that your ad is visible to the eligible customers that are required for your website, for your company.
Okay. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to take us through a success story of your own. Give us a case study of a client you've worked with. Where were they with their social media? Where did you take them? Specifically, what did you do? But then after that, I want to put you to work here and see what you can do. Specifically, how can we optimize this very interview on YouTube and social media? It's on all social media. We're broadcasting live now on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter X, on Instagram. So I want your expertise on how can we get this video to show up well in the search for all of those platforms. So if someone types in digital marketing or communication skills needed for marketing, they find you and they find me. So let's get, and my tech team is with us. Ben is with us in the green room. So we'll be taking detailed notes. We want to know how to actually optimize this with keywords, hashtags, what's different about the video here versus on YouTube versus on LinkedIn, for example. But first, let's hear about one of your success stories, a client, and you don't have to mention the name, but walk us through one of your success stories.
Okay, so I connected with a client. He was an e-commerce client, right? Handling some home decors and all. And he went to certain agencies and he was not getting the result as he was expecting. He was just burning out his money, right? So he said, "Will you be able to deliver the result to us?" I said, "Fine, we'll be able to do that." And today, whatever the money he's spending, we are giving him around 8x of that revenue ROI of his
Mhm.
media spend in a month.
So if I'm spending $100 on marketing with you, I'm getting $800 of sales back. That's a pretty good return on investment for most
Yeah.
businesses. And what made the biggest difference? What specific tweak did you make, either with the advertising or the profile or the messages that you're using?
See, usually videos and reels in ads are doing much better than the static pictures, infographics. If you put a video or a reel through ads, they will perform better and give you better results.
So I'm sorry, I want to make sure I'm getting that proper. You're saying using video and using two different ads, A/B testing, or what? Can you elaborate on that?
See, suppose I just take a photo of this thing and put it on Facebook as an ad, right? It might not perform well. We might get some impressions, but it might not perform well, or the cost per lead could be high. But if suppose I put a short video or a reel of this interview, that might perform well and give me better results. And the cost per lead might decrease what I was getting earlier.
Hmm. Okay, that's good to know. So in a minute, Swati, I'm going to ask you to do something we do with a lot of our guests here, which is to promote away and say whatever you want to say to promote your business. You have freelance clients around the world. We live in a digital world. So you're in Delhi, India, with someone is a client in Chicago or San Francisco. They can use your services as easily as if you were next door or in house. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to actively promote your services. And then we're going to put our heads together and figure out how together can we market this video so that I get more views and subscribers to my channel and you get more prospects writing to you about how they can hire you and give you money. So let's figure out a win-win way of doing it. And by the way, I want to congratulate Swati right away. She somehow found that we were looking for guests and she just reached out to us and came on. She didn't say, "Oh, do I have to have 1,000 interviews under my belt?" No, she took the initiative. And to me, that's so much of what being successful in internet marketing these days is constantly initiating, trying things, reaching out in different ways. You've displayed that already right here. So thank you for that. So now I'm going to actually take myself off camera and I want to hear you pitch as if someone had written to you and said, "Hey, I think I need some digital marketing help." And now you're talking to them on Zoom and they've told you a little about themselves and now it's your turn to say what you do. I want to give you just a couple of minutes and hear how you pitch yourself because that's a part of what we're about here on the TJ Walker Success Channel is helping people become more successful by promoting themselves, by speaking and speaking out every opportunity possible. So I'm going to just remove myself and we'll listen to you.
Hi everyone. So if you want to do digital marketing, first of all you need to be clear. You have to tell me what your service or your product is, so that I can help you better. If you don't have a website, we need a website. But for paid ads, we don't even need a website. We can do it through a landing page. And once you connect with me, we can give you a more detailed plan how to go about it, and we can help you achieve more success uh, while you're with me. So we can help you out in many ways.
Thanks so much for doing that. Now, let's figure out how we can make this a win-win. I want to know what tricks you have up your sleeve in terms of SEO, and be as specific as possible right now. In fact, we can even go back to the title of this. In your perfect world, what would be the best title for this video on YouTube and other social media? Because my colleague Ben is with us in the green room. We'll bring up Ben. And Ben, we typically go through vidIQ's artificial intelligence program where we type in a working title and then we ask it to give us better suggestions, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so Swati, you tell us, what do you think would be the best title for this video today in order to attract not just attention and views, but the right attention, the right views for people who might end up being good prospects for your services?
So I think should be TJ Walker and digital marketing success.
Hmm. And Ben, what do we have right now? What is our working title?
Okay, the title we have now is okay, a moment. Unlocking growth, the inside the mind of a digital marketing dynamo.
Okay, so that's the working title. That does strike me as a little bit long. Now, Swati, let me ask you what's your thinking behind that title? Because I put out 100 videos a month. I put out a lot of content.
Right.
So if someone's searching, not that many people are searching TJ Walker. If they are searching TJ Walker, they're going to find thousands and thousands of videos to pull from. So I'm wondering, should we possibly lead with a different keyword? Should we lead with digital marketing? If you don't have as much content in video, should
So
we put your name in it to increase the search?
uh you can, but I like your videos are usually like communication success with TJ or presentation skills with TJ, right? So you can come up with sort of that. So those are basically the keywords. When somebody searches for a communication presentation or a presentation skills or how to make a PPT. So they when they search the your video should come up or your website link should come up where they can go and see the videos.
Hmm. SEO is something that is considered a bit of the black arts, mysterious. Everyone talks about it, everyone knows what it is, and yet very few people have really mastered it. I'm certainly not
So,
a master.
so one of the
What?
things you can do is you can write a blog regarding it with the keywords, with the full on tags like H1, H2 tags, title H1, H2 tags, and all. Write a blog. So whenever someone searches for this, your blog turns up on the first page of the Google.
Mhm.
You have to do
And
that.
how many of your clients are actively blogging these days? I mean, certainly there was a time, 2008 to 2015, where it seemed like blogs kind of ruled the world. And now we live in a world. We had an expert on this show just last week who said he's a social media expert, saying he doesn't even blog anymore. He doesn't even want people to come to his website. He does everything on the social media platform that he's on. And he was primarily focused on LinkedIn. How many of your clients are blogging, and what sort of frequency are they
See, it
using with their
depends
blogs?
upon the what service you are selling or what product you are selling. It may maybe 2 blogs per month would be enough for someone, or 10 blogs per month would be enough. So that depends upon the service or the product that you're giving. If you have more information, I think you should give it more to the client so that they can search you and come up to you in a better way.
Hmm. And how much are you using artificial intelligence to generate blogs? And I don't mean just going to Chat GPT saying, hey, write me
No.
a blog post on digital marketing trends and putting it on your website.
We
What I'm talking about is helping from one format to another. So, for example, earlier today, I did a whole video segment. You were nice enough to come on the latter part about what's better, a real expert in real life asking questions or a digital clone answering questions. Which one can do better?
I
And
think
I could, here's my question though for you from a digital marketing expert standpoint. With one click, I can download the entire transcript of that 40-minute video. I can then take that copy, put it into ChatGPT and say, please rewrite this into a 1,000-word blog post. And in theory, it could make it look pretty good. It would all be unique material specific to me. It's not pulling from the general internet. It's not violating anyone's copyright. It's pulling from my own copyrighted material. Is that something that is worthwhile, or would I be far better off spending my time trying to find the best one sentence summary and hashtags for each social media outlet?
AI is good just for taking a little bit of help. It is if I write all of my blog in AI and I don't use my personal touch in it, it will not be helpful. So my personal touch should be there. The people needs to connect with me.
Mhm.
So if they can't connect with me or my blog or my product or service, then it's no use to write a blog. They should feel what I'm writing.
Mhm.
And with AI, you can't get that much of
Well, but
personalization.
let me push back for a moment. I agree with you completely if you just tell the AI, write a trend story about digital marketing. But what I'm talking about is pulling from my own words because I'm pulling from the audio I spoke, a different format. It was a video I made earlier today on this subject. If I ask the AI to edit it, shorten it, tighten it, polish it, in theory, it should still sound, it's still my ideas. It should still
Exactly. AI can.
sound like me. Are you finding many clients doing that effectively? Or is it just not worth the time and effort? Are you better off, friending 10 more people on Instagram or whatever it is you do on Instagram?
Yeah, people are doing it, and we have got AIs where you can make a whole video, polish it, edit it. Everything can be done through AI. It just helps you in time saving, but the personal touch in the video should be yours.
Hmm.
AI can make the whole video, but if it doesn't have your personal touch, I think it won't be as useful as you want it to be.
Hmm. Swati, what's the number one mistake you see most people making on their LinkedIn profile that they can easily fix that will then help them market themselves, whether they're a small business owner, a freelancer, or just someone in a big company that would like recruiters to offer their next big promotion and to find them more easily? What tips do you have?
I think they don't optimize their LinkedIn profile as much as they do or they should do. If they optimize their LinkedIn profile, then I think they can capture good leads and good people.
Do you mind? Let's do a case study. Can you show us your LinkedIn profile and tell us exactly how you've optimized it, or a client? If you want to show us that, show us exactly what you mean, and I can either share on my end or you can hit the present button below and you can present it as well. Would you like to do that? And I'm kind of putting you on the spot. We didn't talk about this in advance.
Okay. Uh, I haven't actually optimized my LinkedIn profile as I should do. I have been,
Okay.
but I'll
Well,
let
I
you
can
know.
relate to that. There's an old saying, the cobbler's children wear no shoes. We do often neglect our own. I'm constantly not amazed, but I constantly note that there are so many websites out there that are all about helping people with presentation, some aspect of presentation, giving PowerPoint more effectively or something. And they have no video talking about what they do, and they're purporting to be a business about speaking. So I can definitely relate to that. We've had some other friends
Yo,
join us.
man!
Good. Good. How
Can I
are
ask
you?
you a question?
Yes, go ahead.
So basically, wait, sorry about these stupid guys in the back. So basically, you know about public speaking, yeah?
Yes.
Um, apparently, like, so when we go to like public speaking, you know the girl on the screen. I saw that girl before. She was in an eating contest. I think.
Well, I couldn't quite make out who was there, but who would, if you have a question, our audio was a little bit rough there. If you want to go ahead and type your question in, we'd be happy to answer that. And we are going to be coming back in our next segment where it will be open forum for any questions. So if we don't get to you right now, we will get to you in our next segment. But who would go ahead and feel free to type in any questions you have, and we will be happy to answer those. Swati, anything else that you want to really bring to our attention, to the attention of our audience? And specifically, when is the best time for people to engage the services of a freelance digital marketer? And what should they look for when they're thinking of hiring a digital marketer?
Uh, they should, first of all, see their work, their product portfolio, and the catalogs, what work they have done, and then they should hire a person.
And how do you tell the difference between a good digital marketer and an average one and an awful one? Because I get pitched, and nothing special about me, but I get pitched sometimes a half a dozen times a day by people telling me, "Oh, TJ, everything in your YouTube channel is SEO wrong and everything's wrong, and I'm going to solve all your problems and make everything great." It's not that they're wrong, but anytime I try someone, it never seems to move the needle much. How does someone really test and figure out if a digital marketing expert knows their stuff?
Okay. So first of all, you should tell them to get your SEO audit done, right? You would get a summarized view, whatever the problems are there in your website, right? And you can fix them with the help of an SEO. And some things you need to have a website developer with you, so that they can start putting those changes in it, so that it becomes an SEO friendly site.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, thanks for those tips. Well, Swati, we want to thank you for being our guest today. Appreciate your insights, your time, and wish you luck in your continued growth as a digital marketing expert and attracting more clients around the globe. If people want to reach out to you, is LinkedIn the best way? How do you like to be
Yeah, that they
contacted?
can connect with me on my LinkedIn profile.
Great. And we posted it right there. And if you have any questions for Swati, please let her know. And again, special thanks to our guest, Swati Kapur, coming to us today from Delhi, India. Swati, thanks so much.
Thank you
And
so much, TJ,
I
for
hope
inviting
that
me.
we see each other a lot, because this video keeps popping up because of good
Absolutely.
SEO. So feel free to
Absolutely.
share with my team later on, because this goes from live to on demand right away. Feel free to share with my team any thoughts you have on retitling it, keywords, playlist, all those things do have an impact on YouTube.
Sure.
And for that matter, I'm completely ignorant on how to make something stand out on Twitch or Instagram. So very thankful for any tips you have there. Swati Kapur, thanks for being our guest today.
Thank you so much, TJ, for inviting me. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Okay, we have a lot of fun coming up. We're going to take a quick break here. And Ben, if you're with me, we're going to go up and set up a new feed. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be right back here on all the same channels you're watching. Our StreamYard link will be a little different. So if you do want to connect with us, the link on StreamYard will be different, but we'll go ahead and post that right away. So if you're getting any value out of this, please come back in just a minute. We're going to disconnect here in a moment. But if you have any questions about communication skills, it's going to be open forum. So I'll be happy to take your questions. If you have any questions about how to communicate more effectively using a digital clone, I'm especially interested in that right now. So we'll be taking your questions. I'm not a tech expert on everything, but I'm learning every single day because it is how I'm spending most of my free time these days, is trying to learn more and more and more about this technology of digital cloning, creating a clone of one's expertise, of one's voice, and coming this month, one's face and body in such a way that it can be meaningful, communicating with people around the globe 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in any language. That is the promise of the technology. So very happy to have spent this time with you. Again, we're going to take a 2-minute break. I'll see you right back here in just 2 minutes. Thanks.